Hi, folks. Chris with your Weekender here again. So I thought this week we might have a little fun. I was going through some old things here recently and ran across my old baseball card collection. I probably have 200 or 300 cards. Back when I was probably 8 to 12, 13 years old, I would go buy the individual packs of 7 or 8 cards and a piece of gum. And of course, back then, you tear into those things, get the gum, and see what cards you got. But these days, and I think probably in the mid '80s through the early '90s, it got to be a thing where if you were a collector, you would just buy the whole box. You get every card, every player, every team. But not in my day. I had $2 or $3 a week, if that, from allowance to run up to the corner store and buy 2 or 3 packs. But anyway, I still have these. But when I opened one of the boxes, I found a couple of interesting things. One is, in addition to the baseball cards, I have some real odd cards, and I'm going to have to do a separate video on those cards. That'll be upcoming, maybe in the next 3 or 4 weeks. But I think you'll really find it interesting and rather humorous on some of these cards that I don't know how I didn't buy these cards. I must have been trading with someone and I ended up with these, but I'll share those. But what we're going to talk about today is a mail order catalog that if you were a young boy growing up in the 60s, 70s, early 80s, I'm sure there is a good chance that you have seen this catalog, maybe ordered things out of this catalog. And the catalog was published by the Johnson Smith Company. And I found one page mixed in with my baseball cards from this little catalog. Not sure why I pulled this one page out of here. Maybe there was something on here. I think these were stickers on this side and rings. Maybe I wanted that skull ring right there back in the day. But it prompted me to go looking to see if I could find one of those catalogs in its entirety. And sure enough, I did. On the national, it's called the Internet Archives. There was someone had uploaded a full catalog, and I'll link it below. So you can go take a look and to give the attribution to that person that uploaded. But I'm really glad that they did, because I've had a good laugh over the last couple of days looking through that thing and preparing for this video. So here in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to run inside, sit down, and I'm just going to go through a few pages of it, and we can laugh together at a few of the odd end items that they sell. And I tell you what, the writers for this little magazine or this little catalog, they must have been a real hoot at happy hours after work, because there are some really, really funny things in how they describe their products. So I'll share a few of those, and we can have a laugh together. Anyway, give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to go inside, sit down, and we'll look through some of these pages.
So, just a brief history on the Johnson Smith Company. The company was established in 1914 by Alfred Johnson Smith as a mail order business, primarily selling novelty items. It was founded in Chicago. The company eventually relocated to Wisconsin in 1923, and then to Detroit in the late 1930s, and eventually landing in Bradenton, Florida in 1986. The Johnson Smith Company's primary target market was children and young boys, so they advertised in magazines such as Boys Life, Popular Mechanics, and Science Digest. In 1970, humorist Jean Shepherd wrote the introduction for the reprint of the 1929 Johnson & Smith catalog. He wrote, "The Johnson Smith catalog is a magnificent, smudgy thumbprint of a totally lusty, vibrant, alive, crude post-frontier society. A society that was, and in some ways still remains, an exotic mixture of moralistic piety and violent primitive humor." So let's have a look at some of these items in the Johnson Smith catalog, shall we? Anyone need some talking teeth? Or how about a slot machine bank? Hey, at least with these slot machines, you'll have money left over after putting it in. Or how about an AM wrist radio? Looks like you might need to do a little working out before you can wear this thing. That thing is as big as an alarm clock. How about a pocket spy telescopic periscope? Because you never know when you're going to be underwater and need this thing. And hey kids, you can make wine at home for only $9.95. And then this one caught my eye. The Dictionary of Misinformation. Yep, this pamphlet here was in 1979. Pretty apropos for today, wouldn't you say? And for all the thieves out there, here's a complete handbook of burglar alarms and security systems. Classic, just classic. And here's a good one. How to play dirty tennis. Well, if you're as bad as I am, that's the only way you might be able to win. And if you can't win at playing dirty tennis, give underhanded chess a try. Johnson Smith has you covered there. And how about the world's smallest dictionary? You know, the only problem I see here is you're going to need the world's largest pair of glasses to read this thing. So here's one of the items I bought when I was a kid, the pocket heater. It was a neat little item. It worked pretty well. I think it was powered with butane. Does anyone need an electric flushing desk toilet? Well, Johnson Smith's got one for you. And for all you performers out there, ventriloquist dummies for only $3.25. Hey, what a deal. Get them while they're hot. How about the X-ray glasses, X-ray vision glasses, optical illusion glasses? I think it's a good idea. The vibrating hand shocker. Nobody wanted to shake my hand. I wonder why. How about some disappearing ink for the next time you're signing your mortgage paperwork? Might come in real handy, wouldn't you say? Hey, I'll take that kiss one up there at the top. Disgusting mess joke is my absolute favorite. Gruesome, twosome, fake dog mess vomit. For when you just can't think of the right words to express your feelings. Horribly realistic and revolting. This is item number 3183. It's called the Gruesome Mess Set. 99 cents. So there were just two or three ways to put your order in. For credit card customers, you had to make a phone call back in the 70s. And you'd give them your credit card information to get your order going. Or you could go the old school way if you had no credit card as a 10-year-old. You'd fill out the order form with your name, address, information about what you wanted, how many you wanted. That was the way I did it.
All right, well, back out here in the garage. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a really good time making this one, a trip down memory lane for me. I thought to myself as I was making this video, hey, I'm going to see if I can get back on the Johnson Smith catalog list to get a catalog every year, because, hey, there's a lot of things in there that I saw that I couldn't afford when I was 10 years old that, hey, I can afford it now. And I probably place a couple of orders. But unfortunately, in 2019, after 105 years in business, the Johnson Smith Company shut its doors, and that's sad, you know. But hey, they had a good run. Anyway, well, again, I hope you enjoyed that. This is Chris with your Weekender, and I will see you next time. Cheers.